Let's just make sure that the Texas flag is on this
Pete?
right
Pete
side.
Escalona.
Valente Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Victoria.
Victoria.
Yeah.
Houston.
Yeah.
I guess you recognize.
Yeah, Facebook. All the stuff, yeah.
Very good.
Mine is, in the middle name is Pyro, so I don't know, maybe you're regular.
Pyro.
Yeah, Pete Pyro, yeah.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. Because there's tons of Pete's on there. So
Yep.
Guess I need to go higher up with it.
We got a great crowd here. First of all, thank you everybody for coming out here. This is Today's a very historic day for Texas. Not in the sense of just the fact that we've got something else that we're able to do, but that a restriction has been removed somewhat that's been in place for over 140 years, and that's the right to keep and bear arms openly in defense of ourselves and others. A lot of hard work went into that. And I know a lot of people, they probably see me or Terry or some of the other Murdoch getting interviewed, but we could not have done this without each and every person here. Without the people that made the phone calls, the people that came up to the Capitol and talked to their legislators, the people that sent the emails, the people that walked the streets. When we first started this, we started it in June of 2013, shortly after my arrest, and we started carrying rifles all over Texas. And people hated it. We were told that we're hurting the cause. We were told that we're going to make it harder on everybody. We were told that they're going to now ban rifles. We were told all kinds of things that we needed to stop. And we didn't stop, and you didn't stop, and what we did was we proved that the sight of a firearm is not something to fear. That in the hands of a law-abiding citizen, you don't have to worry about it. When you see these kinds of firearms that we were carrying, they're not shooting up schools. They're not shooting up malls. They're not shooting up colleges. They weren't shooting up anybody. And I'm going to make a prediction here today. There's a lot of guns around me right now. I don't feel afraid at all. I think this is the safest place in Texas right now. My prediction is that we leave here and there's not a drop of blood on the concrete.
Yay!
Reach it.
So what I wanted to do, other than thanking y'all for coming out here, I want to briefly kind of go over what the law really means. I think everybody here knows, but really what you can and cannot do. And for those that are here more out of curiosity that aren't necessarily a part of the rally, I want you to understand what you can expect. Only 4% of Texans right now have a concealed handgun license or a license to carry. That's one out of about every 27 people or so. It's a little less than that. But the number of those people who are going to open carry is very minimal as well. And then those that do open carry aren't going to always open carry. I'm not going to always open carry. I just want that right. And so what you're going to see out in public, really you're not going to see. And when you do, it's not going to be a big deal. I've been being in the military for the past 20 years. Every state that I've been to had open carry, even California, because that was a recent change that they banned open carry. But every state that I was stationed in had open carry, and never once did I have a problem or did anybody get afraid or call the police on me. One time in Walmart, I had a guy come up to me while I was in the toy section with my son and said, "Hey, have you had any problems with your open carried handgun?" I said, "You're the first person that's ever said anything to me." That's exactly what it's going to be like in Texas. I think that Texans are just as responsible, just as capable, just as law-abiding as 44 other states that allow some form of open carry. I don't understand why everybody is flipping out, because Texas is one of the last few states to have this law put in place, and it's just not a problem everywhere else. Like we say, it's safe everywhere, it's going to be safe here. You can open carry anywhere, basically, that you can conceal carry. There aren't any changes to the law about where you can or can't open carry. The only difference is, if you see a 30.07 sign at a business, that means no open carry. If you see a 30.6 sign at a business, it means no concealed carry. If you see both signs, it means don't spend your money here. Yeah. Yeah.
You said 6
Oh, I'm sorry. 30-07 for open, 30-06 for concealed. I think I. Now, on campus carry passes in August. That is the only difference. You cannot open carry anywhere on a college campus. That includes the parking lots, the sidewalks. So even though you can carry a concealed handgun onto a college campus right now, and in August you'll be able to go through a door, you cannot open carry anywhere on a college campus. So I want to make that very clear. The other thing is that this is another object of, for some reason, confusion. The gun has to be in a belt or shoulder holster. It doesn't have to be on your belt or on your shoulder. It has to be on a belt or shoulder holster, according to the law, on or about the person. So if it says on or about the person, when you hear people say it's got to be in a belt, on your belt, loop through your belt, some of those things, that's just simply not true. A drop leg holster is a belt holster because it connects to your belt. Now I'm going to get a little absurd here. If I wanted to, I could take my belt holster and strap it to my forehead and it's perfectly legal. Right? So don't let people tell you that it has to be on your belt. Obviously you want it where it's going to be safe. So, what am I missing? That's pretty much
Pretty much it.
Also, a few words about the police going along with the publicity.
What's that?
The publicity that the police are putting out about that they're not going to be stopping people arbitrarily.
Yeah, the good news is, early on we heard a lot of problems about stop and frisk here in Texas. A lot of these police departments over the last few months are changing their tune about that. I'm not going to get into what's legal and what's not, because that's up to each and every one of you, and there's differing opinions about whether or not law enforcement can stop you. So what I want to do is I want to address law enforcement out there. Do you really have so many officers and so many resources that you're going to divert those resources to a man minding his own business, eating a burger, or walking his dog down the street simply because he's open carrying? Please don't do that. Don't put yourself in that position. We welcome the case law when you do, but don't put yourself in that position. Please respect our rights and we'll respect you. Now for you, if you're approached by law enforcement, be as respectful as they are to you. Okay, be good stewards of our gun rights, but by all means, stand up for yourself. That's what this is all about, standing up for our rights.
Yay!
All right. So I've got up here with me, there's a lot of different people from a lot of different organizations that made this happen. This was not an Open Carry Texas sole event. This was not a Texas Carry sole event. This was not a Come and Take a Texas sole event or Lone Star Gun Rights sole event. This was not only people that belong to organizations, but people who supported the cause in general. So these are just some of the leaders up here that fought for you here in Austin, that came up here practically every day to talk to lawmakers, to get people to sign on to the bills, to make sure they got through committee, to correct lawmakers when they were wrong about certain aspects, and to really push and make sure that they saw each and every one of you as they were deliberating what they were going to do this session. We're not done. We didn't even get what we wanted. Let's be frank. No gun rights were expanded this year. The only thing that happened this year is that those of you with a license don't have to cover it up anymore. That doesn't mean that more people now have the right to carry, because they don't. Only people that beg for that government license, pay that Second Amendment tax, go through the hoops that the government is putting your way, only then can you open carry or concealed carry. Those aren't rights, those are privileges. So we're going to continue to fight for constitutional carry. There are 33 states with unlicensed open carry, and as of this year, it went from 5 to 7 states with constitutional carry. Come on. Come on. And Texas wasn't one of them. So that's what we're going to continue to fight for. Yes, absolutely.
We gotta go.
Terry, I want to bring you up real quick. Actually, hang on, Terry. Hang on. Actually, what I want to do, I invited many different politicians and candidates to come here and speak, because these are the people that we have to look to get laws passed. I can't walk in here, submit a bill, walk it through committee, take it into the House, and sign it into law. It takes politicians, as lowly as they are. But what I want to tell you is, Brent Mays is not a politician. He's going there to represent each and every one of you, hopefully. He's a candidate right now for Senate District 24. The guy, he's not going to tell you this, but I will. The guy that is in that seat right now stood in front of constitutional carry. The guy that's in my seat right now stood in front of the Huffines Amendment that would have protected you, would have clarified the law that you can't be stopped and frisked just for open carry. Brent's going to change that. He is a no vote on anything that infringes on our rights, and he will help us get constitutional carry passed if he's put in the legislature. I want to introduce Brent Mays for Senate District 24. Come on. I'll stand next to you so the mics can pick you up.
Thank you, CJ. Today is an uncommon day in Texas.
Yay!
It's uncommon for government to give us back part of our constitutional rights which they have taken away from us.
Yes.
Today, we've partially gotten those rights back. For about 150 years, as CJ said, Texans have not had the right, the constitutional right, to carry a handgun openly. Now, though we're still encumbered by a tax, we have that right. That's a great advancement. Today, Texas belatedly joins the vast majority of the states that allow open carry in some form or fashion. As of today, only California, Florida, Illinois, New York, and South Carolina deny that right in any form. I don't know about you, but anything that separates Texas from California, New York, and Illinois, I'm for. I commend you all for this great victory. CJ, the men behind me, the women, everyone. I'm here at the gracious invitation of CJ because I'm running for Senate District 24. I have done nothing for this cause. I come to the fight late, but I come with passion. I pledge to you that if elected Senate District 24, I will do everything within my power to take that ball the next step and to pass constitutional carry next year. We've got your back, sir. It's not just a matter of honoring our constitutional rights, as important as that is. It has become a public safety issue. We can no longer afford to have soft targets and gun-free zones for the mentally unstable and for terrorists to exploit. An armed citizenry is a safe citizenry. Amen. And I'm going to fight for that. God bless you, and God bless Texas.
All right. Hey, Murdoch. Oh, there you are. Hey, this is Murdoch Pisgatti with Come and Take It, Texas. It's all yours.
June 1st of 2013, Come and Take It was formed. I am humbled at the many gun rights groups that have come out of that, the thousands of Texans that have stood up and gotten motivated behind this cause. But this is not the win that you think it is. It did not become legal to open carry your pistol. It is still an illegal activity unless you pay an extortion fee and get an exemption. That will not stand. We want that full right returned to us, and I beg us all to not lose hope, don't go back to sleep, stay motivated, and we will see this through. We will get constitutional carry back here in Texas.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
All right, where's David at?
I'm right
And
here.
Terry.
Let Terry go.
Oh, okay, come on, Terry. So Terry Holcomb is the executive director of Texas Carry, and I've asked him to say a few words as well. I'm gonna stand next to you because of the mics.
First, on behalf of the Bloomberg cult, I want to welcome everyone to Armageddon. The world is going to end today. We're just waiting for it here at the Capitol.
While he has his guard.
There are several days in history that I think will stay written in the history books. I'm going to give you one. In 1871, the carpetbaggers decided that Texans did not deserve their God-given right to open carry handguns or conceal carry handguns. 144 years later, we have taken that right back. And when I say taken that right back, I stood here 1 year ago and I told everyone that the Texas State Rifle Association was going to come up on our tailcoats and take credit for the work that y'all did.
Right. Yeah.
Did.
They did.
But in 2011, the legislature ignored you. In 2013, the legislature ignored you, and we told them then that if they did not give George Lavender's bill, HB 700, a vote, that we would take across the state with our long guns, and all the activists that stood up and did that are here today, and that is the reason we have open carry. Give these guys a hand. This is a big deal. This is history in the making that you're getting to live, but it's not the end of the road to liberty. Because in all reality, we didn't get any liberty back. We had some restrictions removed, which I'm very grateful for, but we still have a lot of work to do. We're looking at the people standing out here today that are going to continue to work hard to get it done. We proved, beyond any shadow of a doubt, that when the people come together and they take a stand, that we can shake the foundations of this wall behind us, and we did that in the '84 session, and that's all because of you.
Yeah.
If y'all listened to the Senate debate on this bill, you should be very concerned about where we go from here. I encourage you, if you did not listen to the Senate debate, to go back and pull it, because there were absolutely Republican representatives that wanted to more criminalize exercising your God-given Second Amendment rights.
Rhinos.
John Huffman. Mention their names.
Senator Huffman absolutely stood up on that floor and tried to make it a more excessive felony for you to exercise your God-given right if you didn't pay a tax to the state. So we have a lot of work to do in Texas. Texas is not leading. We're catching up. And we're going to run full speed until we can start leading and get people in here to lead. And let me just say this, I want to commend Dan Patrick, because a lot of people don't know the work that was going on behind the scenes, and the bill almost got killed. And Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick stepped in the gap and he revived that thing, and I will forever be appreciative to him. Our bill was being held hostage, and they were playing very high-stake political games, and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick handled it very well, and I want to thank Governor Greg Abbott for signing the bill as well. People underestimate the importance of the grassroots that you see standing up here. A lot of people hated us in the gun rights movement. What we were doing was wrong. It was going to hurt the cause. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, and I believe the NRA said we were downright weird. I like that. I like being a peculiar people, as the Bible calls it. But I can tell you this beyond any shadow of a doubt. It's called a protest for a reason, and the men and women that are standing up here today are the reason we have open carry. And so I want to say thank you to them. Thank you to our Lord and Savior for calling these people into this leadership roles to push back against an overreaching, unconstitutional government. And I want to say thank you, God bless you, and God bless Texas.
All right. I promise you one more. And it's just short, but I love listening to him talk. It's kind of last minute. David Almond's our Vice President of Open Carry Texas.
Yeah.
Woo! If you haven't heard his videos, this guy speaks straight from the mouth without filters. No nonsense. No nonsense. The reason I wanted to bring him up is David is based in one of our larger groups in one of the most hostile territories for gun owners, Houston. So I just want to give David a quick moment to say something and talk about your struggle and whatever.
Well, I'm just going to get right to the point. Everything that needed to be said has already been said. I'm going to repeat the most important part of it. These cameras on me. To the gun grabbers, this ain't over. Mr. Bloomberg, you don't have enough money. Ms. Watts, you're not a good enough talker. Poncho, you were right. We will be back.
Damn straight.
If you don't believe me, watch this. Are we done?
No!
Are we coming back?
Yes!
Are we gonna get constitutional carry?
Yes! And some.
And there you go.
All right. So again, thank you to all the leaders that are here. Rick Briscoe, our legislative director, spent a lot of his personal time, money, and mileage to get up here every single day. Everybody up here that's worked so hard. Now for the finale. I want to tell everyone out there that's wondering, what does open carry mean? What is the big deal? This is. Now I'm not a criminal. I am not a different person because I took my jacket off. I am not a different person because I can now tuck my shirt in and look like a normal human being. I am not a different person because there is a thin piece of fabric separating this gun from the feeble minds of the gun control crowd. There is no difference between open and concealed carry besides a thin piece of fabric. Nothing will change in Texas unless you don't educate yourself on guns. The only people that are afraid are those that don't understand it. So that's the whole point. So if you've got your gun covered up, uncover!
Uncover!
Turn this way.
So anyway, what we're gonna do, again, give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you for being here. I want to make another comment real quick. As I get to see out of, I had to stand on the steps. I'm so short, but I can still see. I can still see out. And what I don't see is just a bunch of angry white males. That's right. I see women. I see Hispanics.
Yeah.
I see some Middle Eastern, some African Americans.
Yeah.
This right belongs to every single Texan, no matter where you live, no matter where you come from, no matter what you look like, no matter how much money you make, no matter what you do in life. This right is your right. And with that, what we're going to do is we're going to quickly consolidate real quick, get ready. We're going to walk down Congress and show everybody that there's nothing scary about open carry.
Let's do it.
Wait. If I can get everybody to condense as much as possible, I'm going to do a selfie. Where's my daughters? Where's my selfie stick?
There's your selfie cameraman right there.
Come on, let's.
Yep.
We'll have to take your info. You're not supposed to have a selfie.
So,
I don't know how to work that. You got your phone?
Hey, we can walk down here.
Hey, you got your phone on you? We can take a picture later. Yeah.
I hate these things. Sure you do, CJ. Sure you do.
Don't forget me
Stand right
countries,
behind.
you know.
All right. First, wait, what am I?
Turn the camera around.
Yeah, there we go.
Come on, CJ. Better get some help from Come on, Top. You need a TM for that?
All right, everybody say hi.
Hi!
All right, let's get some pictures here. Am I taking pictures?
Yeah. Are you clicking
Second
the button?
Amendment.
Constitutional carry!
All right. I bet you none of that recorded.
All right. That's great.
So, are they walking down Congress?
Yeah, we're gonna walk down Congress.
Tell them that. Because I think people want to interview.
Hey, one more thing. When we get back.
You gonna post them on Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, when we get back, I've got the trailer over here if anybody wants a shirt or a hat or anything like that. But we'll do that when we get back. Who does this belong to? Oh, there you go.